Hey, for those that are watching recording, sorry, I clicked end recording when I want to close the breakout room. So you have to watch two videos, yeah, but this will be the second part of the same commission meet. Hey, welcome back. I hope you guys had a nice working space. Suddenly group two suddenly boom, fire up already. Yeah, but let's have maybe group one to share.
Okay lah, I can. So basically for the government thingy, right, for what we know, government is like really, like they have a lot of focus lah. So they will like slow process when choosing to sponsor with. And they also have like too many businesses, NGO or NPO asking for sponsorship. So they have to go through like everything. And then the education disparity among the social circles and the location itself, maybe government find problem and like legalities and such. Yeah. And why partner with the project? Because this is like their own citizens too, right? So yeah, they like, I guess from here they know that they can like improve the quality education in students. Yeah. And it also helps to support their CSR initiatives lah. Yeah. And can enhance their brand visibility.
Okay, thanks, Bunga. Bunga, I got one question. So you mentioned too many business NGO asking for sponsorship, right? Then how do you tackle this challenge?
Oh, I think honestly just constantly engage lah. And then can ask for like maybe a time when they're available for meetings, or we like keep asking when when they can update us and stuff. Yeah. So it will stay consistent lah, at least.
Okay, but it wouldn't be coming from like why people will partner with you, right? I mean,
Yeah. It's
okay,
mostly like more on the engagement lah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay, understood. Yeah. So I think because like think around half of you guys like not that familiar in terms of partner context, but you can while you do transition with your predecessor and along the road, when you do more sales, talk to more partners, then you get to know more about what is their pain and then how you can come in to provide solutions. So honestly speaking, like this too many business thing, I would say this is something, assuming if this is true, then we don't have actually any solution for it. I mean, the constantly engaged wouldn't be a solution. But I think maybe in another sense, it's more like why people would sponsor you. Maybe your project is more effective. Like a certain initiative that people nowadays want to run, right? Maybe their impact is either not measured or maybe the impact is not that relevant. Like for example, speak up in the past is only English. I mean, it's called speak up, right? But then afterwards you add in STEM, then align with a government blueprint like that. So having a more effective project or more relevant project to actually solve the social issues actually will enhance your value proposition. Like this STEM, even though it's like a short sentence here, but it's actually one of it. Yeah, like empower students, but other organizations also do empower students. But not maybe, but for government, the more of their pain is more on, yes, they are slow, but it's not slow in terms of choosing partner to sponsor, but it's more on when they want to run initiative on their own, right, they are quite slow. Like our government mentions that they are going to distribute B40 laptops since 2020, but they only start distributing in 2021. And until now, they haven't finished the 100%. Like I think now 2022 already only 60 or 70. Whereas if you look at Isaac, we go and find a partner to sponsor or maybe some SME to donate laptop, that is much more faster than them. Yeah, so this is something that we can tackle their pain. And at the same time, yeah, education disparity. Like, I mean, you want the country to be stable, right? And then at the same time, you want the citizens, to be able to live in harmony or all those stuff. So when you are able to tackle another thing you need to keep in mind is local governments also, not only the ministry, or those, but when you go to your respective local parliament, actually you tell them you are running a project partnering with schools within that district, then it's actually solving the parliament members' problem also. I mean, they want votes, then they can get the credit, all those stuff. Yeah, in fact, actually for TU, actually we got partner with Subang Parliament one, just that I think in first year of COVID, no, in 2019, they macam sponsored 3K, then 2020 stopped. Then last year, Rujun term got 1K, but amount a bit low, but it's okay. Yeah, so for you guys to know, and I think others I wouldn't go too detailed, but I think give a round of applause for COP. So like this is actually mainly a lot of the pain that I would say even for last term you guys predecessors, some of them may not know. So one thing to also point out, right? So if you notice, actually, maybe for bite size, the first thing that come to the mind is brand awareness. But maybe for CSR or IGV projects, right? Actually, branding or outreach isn't as important compared to employer branding. Yeah, I mean, here I see you put a hard to penetrate youth market, but some of them want youth market, some no, but most of the time they wouldn't want branding, but mainly is they really want the impact, and they want, like for MNCs okay. So if you notice, different profile have different needs also, like maybe I swap into government into COP, then the needs will be different. Maybe it's like the Bendera Putih, all those stuff. And for bite size, I saw here got mentioned some CSR thing, not sure what is it. My understanding was AOR is mostly employer branding, but unless your project run differently. Oh, thanks, Sunisa, time's up. I think, okay, we're still on time now because this almost ending already. So from here, you can actually see, okay, like different partners and even different projects, right? You actually have different pain you want to tackle, and also different solutions that you can provide. But I wouldn't go into detail on the portfolio today. So I just want to recap the whole thing, right? Actually, throughout the whole process just now, in terms of the so-called value proposition mapping, if you sort of notice, we sort of went through a process like this. I would say the study customer job, they're not that detailed. I mean, you need to run a specific research, not specific, I mean, do your sales like in here, and then use the industry research tool, talk to partners, secure meetings, do research. Yeah, and then from there, you, normally here when we talk about study customer job, right, it's because, again, going back here, every organization has something that they want to fulfill. So people wouldn't simply buy your partnership also. It's because they got something that they want also. Like for example, government is, they want the social to, rakyat to be stable, all those stuff. Then MNC, because maybe they have stocks, they have investors, then they need to build a good brand in terms of ESG or CSR, all those things. So they have something that they want. So you need to know what is their job, what they do on the day-to-day basis. Yeah, then you can understand their pain and gain, and then you can map out what is your product, and you create your pain reliever, gain creator, and you have your value proposition and portfolio. And this is, this thing. Yeah, basically this thing. So if you've seen this before, it's a good thing. If you haven't, then now you can see. So your customer jobs, from there, the pain gain, then you create, like, you solve their pain, at the same time you want to provide the gain, and it's created from your product and services. And one privilege that we have is we are actually relatively flexible for FP sales, I would say also. So maybe here I will play one video for you guys to understand more about value proposition also. I think this video is quite good also.
Every day, companies design products and services to improve their customers' lives. But 72% of new product and service innovations fail to deliver on expectations. This means that customers don't care about 7 out of 10 new products introduced to the market. It doesn't have to be this way. Just like you create value for your business with a business model canvas, there is in fact a tool to intentionally visualize, design, and test how you create value for customers. It's called the Value Proposition Canvas. The Value Proposition Canvas is composed of 2 parts, the customer profile and the value map. With the customer profile, you describe the jobs your customers try to get done. Jobs can be functional, like getting from A to B, social, like impressing friends and colleagues, or emotional, like gaining peace of mind. You highlight your customers' pains, which annoy customers while trying to get a job done. Pains are negative outcomes that customers hope to avoid, like dissatisfactions with existing solutions and challenges, frustrations, risks, or obstacles related to performing a job. And you outline customer gains, which describe how customers measure the success of a job well done. Gains are positive outcomes that customers hope to achieve, like concrete results, benefits, and even aspirations. Use the customer profile to visualize, test, and track your understanding of the people or companies you intend to create value for. It's a map that becomes clearer the more you learn about your customers. The second part of the canvas is the value map. With it, you list the products and services your value proposition builds on. You describe in which way these products, services, and features are pain relievers, how they eliminate, reduce, or minimize pains customers care about, making their life easier. And you outline in which way they are gain creators, how they produce, increase, or maximize outcomes and benefits that your customers expect, desire, or would be surprised by. The value map makes explicit how your products and services relieve pains and create gains. Use it to design, test, and iterate your value proposition until you figure out what resonates with customers. You achieve fit by creating a clear connection between what matters to customers and how your products, services, and features ease pains and create gains. Great value propositions target essential customer jobs, pains, and gains, and do so extremely well. Your customer profile may contain countless jobs, pains, and gains, but your value map highlights which ones you intend to focus on. But don't forget, an outstanding value proposition can still fail if your business model is flawed. Successful companies embed outstanding value propositions in scalable and profitable business models. Use the value proposition canvas to create products and services that customers want. Get started at strategizer.com.
Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to watch again yourself, you can also watch. Yeah, so I think just now the things I mentioned also mentioned in the video, but I think the sound also very nice. Yeah, so your gain creators go and tackle the gains, all those stuff. And at the same time, I think they also mentioned one thing very important, which also mentioned earlier just now, is like in this situation, right? So you need to focus on the gain creator or pain reliever that actually targets the specific pain and gain that you want. So definitely every business or every organization have a list of pain or gain that they want. And definitely your product can't solve everything. I mean, if your product can solve everything, you don't need to do sales already. That person can find you straight away. Yeah. But the reason why we do sales is also because we want to choose the few pain and gain that we want to focus on. And at the same time, not everyone is your customer also. So that's why we also do sales now. It's a bit like finding boyfriend. So not everyone is your boyfriend. So definitely you need to, do the selection process also. But that's a bit more other things already. Yeah. So coming back, and at the same time, the video also mentioned one very important thing. So again, here is always going back towards what value that you provide towards other people or your respective customer. So you make their life easier or you help them achieve the achievement that they want. But again, right, your product might also fail if today your business model canvas has a flaw also. So for example, maybe you reach out to the wrong channel, or maybe you find the wrong strategic partners, or maybe it's just not financially sustainable. Then the project itself or the initiative itself won't be able to sustain. Here don't have link. Yeah, and this also in your audit, and that's why every audit we also do this, and you need to do it together with your IGV, because definitely from your side, while you're running more sales, right, you will get more external context, and you don't know how the project actually runs in detail. So that's why you need to do synergy with your IGV, with your EVA. So you bring in the external context to them, and then you guys develop the business model canvas and revamp it again and again like that to make sure it's always relevant like that. Yeah. So I think again goes back towards the few burning questions as a BD, right? It's always your mind, right? 24/7 will always think about these three things, or actually it's just one thing, like what value can we provide like that. Yeah, but it can also be break down into, what problem can we solve? How can we make someone's life easier? Because again, if you're not providing value, right, then there's no point people should give money to you also, or even do anything with you, if you're not making other people's life easier, or like tackling certain problem. And maybe, for certain businesses, right, they don't have much problems, they're quite stable, but maybe they have certain achievement that they want, or opportunity that they want to, milestone they want to achieve. So this is something that like your projects or your events can also create these opportunities also, one like that. Yeah. So again, of course, we might misunderstood what partner needs. So, even the information I mentioned just now, right? Maybe the things I mentioned, too many business ask for sponsorship. I say, we don't have a solution, but actually got one. Yeah. Or maybe I say, so process is not for this, but actually this got that. Yeah, but that is why actually we need to continuously run more sales. So you always do the cold contacting, just find partners, talk to them. The more you talk to, the more you know what they need and to validate it. Like sometimes you think, they might need this, but then maybe for your specific region, right, they might not need it like that. Yeah, and the same goes with like different profiles also. The things that SME want will be very different with what MNC want also. Yeah. So know why you sell, but you sell. So if you ask yourself, why would partner even partner with you, right? Why people want to buy your project? Then it's good that you ask this question, but you need to start to think. Yeah, and that's why we do the value proposition canvas, value proposition mapping, all those stuff to understand, okay, what are the things that in my project already have that I can sell to partner that they might want, or I create a new one like that. And that's why you have innovation, synergy, all those stuff. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. And actually, whoops, okay, sorry, I overtime. Yeah, so we have a home fund, so I wouldn't call it homework, I call it home fund. Okay, yeah, so for a functional day, so now you do the value proposition mapping already, right? But this wouldn't be theory R&D for you guys to just do working space, and of course we'll go towards your portfolio. So we also start to create your portfolio. So if you already have, or your successor already developed with you already, that's great, and you can start to utilize it already, even for now, because the portfolio that you have on hand, right, would also decide what kind of market research you would do also. Yeah, but if you don't have anything yet, then it's time for you to start to look into it. So based on my LC's project and events like that, internal site, and also the region. So again, every region is quite different one, especially like for example, like for CSR, I think employer branding can still be applicable for general forever, but IGV sometimes, especially for MNC, right, they would really tackle like very region focused. Let's say I have a factory or plant in Port Dickson, then I only want to impact Port Dickson people. Then if today, you are from Kedah, KP there, then it doesn't make sense for you to find this partner also. Yeah, so find it based on your region also. Yeah, and then what are the portfolios that you can create? So you can list down as much initiative as possible, then you arrange them into portfolios. But if you don't get what is portfolio, then you create along the way, but you can start practicing yourself. And what I mean by portfolio is actually just opportunities for partnership. So to mention a little thing also is sometimes people might be interested in your project, right? But they don't know what they want, or they don't know how they can partner with you. So that's also another reason why you should create portfolios. Yeah, so I think that's all. Any Q&A?
Portfolio is, I have a question. Yeah, portfolio is in terms of like the KAs that we provide and that kind of thing, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can't make it into a portfolio, you just list out the KA, the initiative first. Yeah, because like, let's say the same initiative, right? It can be done for different portfolio. Let's say I do speak up webinar. So this speak up webinar maybe is can serve the portfolio, the purpose for employee engagement. Let's say the partner want to give back to the community, let the employee give back to the community, then they deliver webinar. But it can also serve another purpose. For example, more on they want to build the local branding like that. Then it's still the same initiative, but then it's for different objective. If you know question, you can put a cool. If you're digesting, you can put a 1.
Is portfolio include the project cost structure already?
Can include one. I mean, depending on partner, sometimes certain partner don't even care your cost structure on. Okay, I should have give you guys the option one. Okay, then yeah, sorry for the time delay. I'll just go into announcement quite fast. Yeah, next one. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the Telegram group also. I mean, that's the purpose of the group, and your predecessors also a bit noisy. I mean, in the past, then when they ending term, they're a bit quiet. But anyways, yeah, so we have the BD master sheet here. So I'm also still building it. Then join the broadcast channel. So any general news, because group chat, we will chat. Yeah, so the message might flood up. Yeah, but the channel is just channel. And also fill in your information here. The national leaders database, I already shared to you guys email already. Yeah, you go towards the PD one. I rename it as PD. Okay, yeah. So thanks, Ali and Sunisa, for filling in already. Others can fill in also. And then here's the commission routine. So for now, the commission meeting would be weekly, yeah. Yeah, so next week we also have commission meeting. I also send in the calendar because like actually onboarding quite a lot of things to do. Then maybe after things are stable already, then I'll change into bi-weekly. But for now, it will still be weekly and expected to be weekly maybe until April also. Yeah. Then the commission O2O will be week 2 and week 3, but I think February probably wouldn't have. Yeah, because now already week 2, and sometimes we might go into group coaching also. Yeah, so sorry about that this month wouldn't have. I mean, if have, then I will also send you guys the link in the group chat. Yeah, and then if there's any consultancy space, working space, or extra N&D, I'll let you guys know. And then if you want to book my time, you can just feel free to let me know. And then we also send you guys a sales newsletter, and your predecessor also received the closing sales newsletter. And if you want to read, you can get it from them. Yeah, but if your predecessor already bye-bye already, then you can come and ask me if you're interested. Yeah, then next one is WNC update. So unfortunately, due to the cases, today is 1.7K already. Not 1.7K, 17K. Yeah. So we regret to inform everyone it will be fully virtual. Yeah. So in terms of the refund policies, you guys can look through the detail here. I also send in the group chat again, but you can start to read here already. Yeah. And then here is the performance contribution tool. So need you guys help to send to your predecessors and fill in together in terms of any sales that you guys have closed in January. Because for you guys to know, for every sales, right, would also have a 10% performance contribution, because now we are focusing on growing a performance contribution. Focusing on growing FP like that. So would need more investment back into it. Yeah, so if you want to know more, you can ask your predecessor also. So they also fill in one. Yeah, and then this is the things that I sent to you guys, your predecessor, because I know some of you guys project haven't even started. Yeah, like starting in next week or next 2 weeks. Yeah, so a few reminders here. I wouldn't explain one by one. If you guys want to do the LinkedIn B2B posting, you can find Elaine from UM, she's the EST. And then also this one, the transition checklist. So you can follow up with your predecessor in terms of what are the things that they need to do with you. Yeah, I think some of you guys already done the transition, do very proposition mapping, very good. So don't forget to do account transition and also the HR management. Yeah. So now I'll just give you guys my slide. Yeah, so I just give you guys one song, then you guys can write down your call to action and then also feedback for today's call. Call to action. So it's like after you go through this commission meeting, like what are the things you need to work on next? Like that. Yeah, so it's depend on you. Like maybe after you see this, like, oh no, my predecessor haven't do account transition with me, then time to do it like that. Or maybe for some of you guys, it's this one. Yeah. So again, like we would do the portfolio creation in 2 weeks later. So it's time for you to also do more transition and at the same time build the portfolio already. Yeah, and not only transition, a few other things to home fun. Yeah, a bit not used to it, so you're gonna use this.